Hi, dear friends. You're watching this video, and by the time you're watching this video, your children would have been going into online classes. You told them using latest gadgets, and its study table would have been filled with books, notebooks, crayons, sketches, playhouse, activity things. Is early childhood education is so important? The answer is from your mind, ladies and gentlemen. We have been very cautious in selecting a school for an early childhood. But India is not yet fulfilled with everything. I think we have a long way to go. As India was talking about the malnutrition in children, it equally gives a concentration about early childhood education. It's not that easy because the infrastructure and the population that India has is being equally redesigned, and it's going to take some more time. But I do believe one thing, my dear friends who are listening to this. We got a lot of facilitation within our community system, within our society. It doesn't need to come from a government. But I know a system called Anganwadi or a system called Balavika, all these things need to be supported by the government. But still, things are changing. There is always a concept called early childhood education for which the whole human thoughts have been concentrating towards it. Why? Because getting knowledge is not a big deal. When a child steps out of his house or her house, she or he will be entitled to get knowledge some or half. But processing that knowledge needs an attitude design. And that attitude design needs a very conducive environment where everything is being streamlined and understood. Today, National Educational Policy draft talks about a lot of things. But these were the things that we in India were been practicing long back. Multiple intelligence was there with us. We have somehow missed it. We think thinking globally is thinking westernized. There came all the problem. Thinking globally is not necessarily thinking westernized. Thinking globally is what I have with me, what the knowledge that I have took from my society will be redesigned so that the whole humanitarian are get benefited. We had a wonderful system. See, today, if you take a national educational policy that has been drafted recently, the very important point of the whole, how the work like learning in the formative year, that is a topic given there. And exactly on the left hand corner on the top, the first word that has been written on that is developing curiosity. But do you believe that every child is born with a curiosity? Are we answering it? We are answering it knowledgeably, intellectually, not most of the time, ladies and gentlemen. The answers are given with a system. There, how we are differing from other countries. I don't want to quote any other country's best educational system that they are good in. We were being good in. We need to bring it back again. I know, like multiple intelligence, when you're talking about 9 multiple intelligence, and today NEP talks about 10 level of education system. And every time when a child is being touched properly, it is going to learn everything with the right attitude. The within codes, it is not the discipline. Discipline might give a right attitude, but that conducive system is going to bring the attitude to every child who's going to early childhood education. And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, that conducive system or a conducive environment that I'm talking about is not filled with objects. It is filled with experience. It is filled with bliss. It is filled with answers. It is filled with curiosity. It is filled with discovering. All these options should be given inside that conducive environment. It is not that that child is sitting inside the four wall. The child thinks beyond the wall always. Out of the box is a topic that you people talk right today in a corporate world, and believe me, every time when a crayon is given to a child in its hand, it thinks out of the box. Whenever it sees an elephant, it doesn't goes into coloring in a gray color. Gray colors is taught by us. It colors the elephant with a color that it likes very much. Only when an elephant, if I like blue color and my elephant is blue, I'll get connected with it and I'll start talking it. And that is how animations came. That is how cartoons came. But what we did is we stopped all our children thinking like that and created a cartoon and started thinking, come on, that is not an educational system, ladies and gentlemen. Today, when you take about learning, learning is a wonderful art. It is an art. By the way, a child is going to think this art as a part of his life. Every time when you think there is something going to happen in a child's life, it would have been happened in the early childhood only. So, my dear ladies and gentlemen, I know that I have seen a lot of people across this globe, maybe in our country, in our state, even though when a mom doesn't have food for her next meal, even though she doesn't have a good dress for her, she gets some money where she works, gets a uniform and a bag and gives to the child, and just watch that girl or a boy walking into the school. The child walks and the mother flies. Mother or father. Early childhood education cannot be taken for granted, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever you have an option of seeing a child across this country, across the walk of your life, and if you see it is not getting it, put it there, because education is not a blessing. Education is not a gift. Education is not something you are going to make the child. No, ladies and gentlemen, early childhood education is a right of a child. Practice that rights. Whenever you come across with any child across the world, across a walk, and if you see it is not learning, it is not into that educational system, put your effort. It is not a gift, ladies and gentlemen. It is a child's right. These children are going to lead us. These children are going to lead us. Lead them. Thank you so much.